Mm. Me. Hi, everyone. Good night. This is Madison with Jamaica Live Weekly. This is a pop-up show. We didn't get to do our show yesterday. So this is a pop-up show, and we are going to, well, I am going to talk actually about the Cindy Breakspeare saga and the upcoming Jamaican election. Again, this is Jamaica Live Weekly with Madison. The show, this is a pop-up show really because I didn't get to go live yesterday because of the Super Bowl and some other stuff was going on. So I decided to do a pop-up show tonight and just talk about what I was supposed to talk about yesterday. So the first topic, actually, I was going to talk about the Jamaican election first, but I've decided that I'm going to talk about the whole Cindy Breakspeare saga because right now, basically, it's all over the internet, and Miss Breakspeare has basically issued another statement. I'm sure everybody has heard about it. Basically, the Bob Marley movie is coming out to well on Wednesday. It already started premiering all over the world, but the official premiere is on Wednesday, which is Wednesday the 14th, Valentine's Day. And Bob Marley's birthday just came up, and everybody online was, it's reggae month, Bob Marley's birthday, everybody was talking about it, and rightfully so. And Miss Breakspeare decided she is going to make a post about Bob Marley. Um, I'm sure she's done these posts every year, and nobody actually notices. I'm sure she does because she's been talking about, she's constant. She never talked about Bob, and she was always there. But I think what most people are upset about and wish basically attract attention of worldwide media, because even since before I came online, I saw Yahoo News was running the story about her. So basically everybody's talking about it, and it's the international media, and I'm sure that's what she wanted. She wanted attention from this Bob Marley movie, and she wanted everybody to know that she was Bob's woman, or some people calling her side chick, or whatever they are calling her. So for people, anyone who have not seen Miss Breakspeare post, I am going to share what and read what Miss Breakspeare wrote. Um, read what she wrote about Bob Marley. So I'm trying to get this. Okay. Let me get this on screen that you guys can see what she posted. Okay. So this is what she posted. And I am going to read it because it's very small, but you can see all the photographs. It's her and Bob hugging, and there's another one. Well, this is what she posted. So let me read what she said. She said, Bob, on you, and what would have been your 79th birthday, I celebrate the incredible impact you've had globally. Cherish our amazing son Damien and reminiscing about the beautiful times we shared from 56 Oak Road to your mother's home in Delaware and Miami, New York, Oakley Street in London, the Bahamas, Trinidad, and beyond. The memories are countless, but our love for you is endless. Happy birthday to you, the people's hero, loved and revered by all. And she put the red, yellow, and green heart. So I think what makes people like get upset is what she named every single place that she stayed and slept with Bob, basically. She literally named every single place, every single places. Mind you, if anybody know anything about Bob, 56 Oak Road is where Bob lived with Rita and the kids. That's Bob's home where he lived with Rita Marley and the kids. So for her to say she stayed there at Bob's home, that he lived with his wife and kids, and at his mom's home, and all of those things, that kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And, a lot of people are saying it's very disrespectful. I mean, people are not saying she didn't stay there, but this is a long time ago. And, everybody has grown up. Damien has grown up, all the kids have grown up. I mean, obviously, at one point before Bob died, she got along with Rita. So basically, it's kind of like these things happen, but everybody has grown up and they've decided that they're going to let things be. Because, mind you, Miss Breakspeare is not the only person that Bob had a relationship with. And I know somebody online said to me, oh, those people were just one-nighters. I don't know, maybe somebody who's friend with her or whatever. And I made a response under the, making the statement that she's not the only person that Bob slept with. And the person, there were one-nighters. And I'm thinking, that is so rude, because that's not true, because Bob had a relationship with all these women. Maybe not a long-term relationship, but he had some form of relationship with all his sons' mom. The only difference is with Miss Breakspeare, she was the last person that Bob had a relationship with before he died. And I can see from her how she's constantly going on that she literally forced herself upon this relationship. She forced herself into this because she wanted to be part of something special. And I'm going to post a video of what she says, because I thought about that initially, and I was having a discussion with someone about it, and they said, oh, she's just a groupie. And I'm like, okay. But she had a son. They said, so what? Everybody had a son. And I'm like, this is just a groupie. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's a strong statement. But I kind of agree because of what she said. But the person also said to me, this person knows Ziggy, knows Steve, knows all of them. And they're from West Kingston. They know the whole, I mean, I'm from Kingston too, but I'm not familiar with the Marleys. Has this person who kind of explained to me, they said Breakspeare used to live next door to the Marleys uptown. Because I told her that, she said, she told, I think she told in an interview a few years ago that she didn't know Bob was married, and his mom came and said, "Oh, Bob is married." And the person said, "She's a freaking liar. She lived uptown. I was looking over Bob's yard with him and his kids. I wanted to break up Bob's life." And I'm like, okay. I mean, I agree. I agree, because I'm thinking by the time Bob met her, Bob already, he was still married to Rita. He already have all those kids with Rita, and of all these other sons that he had, Kimani, Rohan, Julian, all of the sons that he had. The fact that she said she didn't know anything about anything, that can't be possibly true, because he had all these kids, and already, so she must have known. But I'm going to play a video from what she said, because she has responded to all this backlash that she is getting on social media. So let me play this video.
How would I ever sit here and rather not have Damien in my life, or not have the awesome relationship that I had with Bob? I mean, do people understand what a privilege it is to be intimately and inextricably associated with the greatest legacy that has come out of Jamaica in 100 years? Do they understand what that feels like? What kind of blessing that is? You can't wish that away. You couldn't want to take that away from anybody. You're going to just have to stay over there and figure it out, because this long ago became your problem. It is no longer mine.
Okay, so what? I'm going to replay this video again.
How would I ever sit here and rather not have Damien in my life, or not have the awesome relationship that I had with Bob? I mean, do people understand what a privilege it is to be intimately and inextricably associated with the greatest legacy that has come out of Jamaica in 100 years? Do they understand what that feels like? What kind of blessing that is? You can't wish that away. You couldn't want to take that away from anybody. You're going to just have to stay over there and figure it out, because this long ago became your problem. It is no longer mine.
Okay, so basically, what she's saying from this video, she's saying that if we know how important this is to be part of Bob Marley's life, so she's a fan. I am going to go on record and says she's a fan. She didn't really just love Bob for Bob as a person. She's a fan, and this is the reason why she wants to prove to the world that, oh, I was part of it. I was part of this phenomena. From what she said, she was phenomena. I'm going to play the video again.
How would I ever sit here and rather not have Damien in my life, or not have the awesome relationship that I had with Bob? I mean, do people understand what a privilege it is to be intimately and inextricably associated with the greatest legacy that has come out of Jamaica in 100 years? Do they understand what that feels like? What kind of blessing that is? You can't wish that away. You couldn't want to take that away from anybody. You're going to just have to stay over there and figure it out, because this long ago became your problem. It is no longer mine.
Okay, so she, of course, not only she's been responding to all of us who are talking, but she's responding to Ziggy and Rita. And because Ziggy and the family did respond, because it was so bad that they have no other choice but to respond. And I am going to share what Ziggy said about his mom and Bob. I'm going to see if I can get that on screen. Um, and I'm going to read it actually, because I'm sure it will come up really small on screen. So let me see if I can get that on screen. Share. Okay, so I'm going to get that on screen now, what Ziggy says about his mom. And I'm going to read it because, again, these are, it's very small. As you can see, Ziggy put up a photo of his mom, and this is what Ziggy says. He said, and some of it is in Patois. So anybody who doesn't understand Patois, I'm going to try to translate it. I'm going to try to speak in standard English, but it's in some of it is in Patois. He said, when a woman take a bullet in her head because she loves and stand with you and still shows up days after to stand by your side again with no concern about her own safety, it does something to a man. It tells a man something he will never forget. Forever cherish a woman like that. It is impossible to find one in a billion. Bob Marley, hashtag ride or die, wife Rita Marley, and so on. So basically, Ziggy is saying that um, when a woman takes a bullet for you, when she's always been there for you, when she shows up for you, that does something to a man. And I agree with him because if Bob wanted to divorce Rita Marley, he would have divorced her. If Bob Marley wanted to divorce Rita Marley, he would have divorced her. But he married to Rita until the day he died. So, despite Bob was having all these different women, and basically of women, and I mean, if Rita said it herself that Bob used to call her to take women out of the hotel rooms because they were like all over him, coming in and always there. I mean, one can imagine in a time like that, when Bob was famous and traveling the world, and women could get access to rooms, and these women used to be all over Bob. So I mean, Rita, in her own words, I think she said she was just there as a protector for Bob. And, because I guess Bob was just doing what Bob Marley does, having lots of women, and having sex with them, and having kids with them, and having short-term relationships with them. And she just decided, she's one of the I trees, and she's still married to Bob. He didn't divorce her. She's still his wife. She's there. I mean, come on, it's a very complicated relationship. And I know a lot of people judge Rita Marley for this, but back then, I mean, she was part of the I Trees, so she was a backup singer for Bob, and she was there before Bob had any money. Bob adopted her first daughter, and they had three more kids together. So they were a family coming out of poverty, making something for themselves. It was a different time, and even now we see how men have tons of women and baby mother. So women, and so I mean it happens. It's a very Bob was a complicated person, but of course he was a very smart person. But it is what it is. And I don't think I know Cindy Breakspeare must have understood that, but she wanted, as she said, to make the world know that she was from something special. I mean, and I think it's very bad for Damian Marley because Damian Marley is such a cool dude. I mean, he hardly even speak. I hardly hear Damian Marley speak. I mean, I think he's one of the more he's a radical. I like his music. I see him one of the more radical Bob Marley sons in regards to his music, and I like that. I like because we need more of that. I mean, I feel bad for Damian Marley because he hardly speak. He's very respectful. I mean, nobody is trying to deny Damian Marley um of who he is. Nobody is. I mean, I just see that he's going on tour with his brother Stephen Marley. So nobody is literally trying to deny him. It's just this woman, his mom, Cindy Breakspeare. She wants to make sure the world know that she exists, and they do. They know that she exists, but she just basically want to um sorry, but you say something. She just basically want to be a part of what's going on because somebody again I said who is close to the Marleys, they sent me a photograph. The photograph was on Jamaica Live. She came to the film set and she was talking to Ben, that is the guy that played adult Bob. And from what they told me, because they gave me the photograph and the photograph was up on Jamaica Live, and they told me that she allegedly make a statement and said Rita would be mad because this is like the younger Bob, uh, um, younger Sydney and Bob. And I'm like, she said that? They're like, yes, she did. She said something shady about Rita. And I'm like, then what did Ziggy said? And they're like, Ziggy said, no photograph on the, and don't put anything on the social media, don't put anything on social media. And I'm like, I didn't know that we shouldn't put anything on social media when I got the photograph. I put it on social media because I didn't know. And then somebody inboxed me and asked me, where do I get the photo? And I didn't respond to them because I didn't want to blow up the person who gave me the photograph of her there talking to Ben, the guy who played Ben played played Bob Marley on screen. But I think this whole thing is just really sad because all of these guys are all of Bob Marley's sons. They're older. They've grown up. From what I see, all of them is getting along. From what I know, all of them is getting along. There's no fights between them. They manage to get along. Nobody's disowning anybody. So for her to put her son in this kind of um uncomfortable situation, really, now she has conflict with Ziggy and the other kids. Now her son now have to deal with that, and I think I think it's very sad too because this movie is about Bob, and I think that's what makes her upset too. Even though there's I mean, I've not seen the movie as yet. I have a ticket. I am going to see the movie on Wednesday when the movie comes out to everybody. But the said person that who knows them very well, he saw the movie and he was like, "She's not in the movie," and I'm like, "She is in the movie. There's somebody played her in the movie. This young lady," and she's like, "I didn't notice that she was there," and I'm like, "You didn't?" And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay. And they said, maybe he said, the person was saying to me, she's not like a prominent part in the movie. The movie's about Rita and Bob and his music and all of those things. And I'm like, oh, now I see why she's upset. I've not seen the movie yet, but they're saying to me, sh- the the role that she must have gotten in the movie, it's a tiny small role. So I'm sure that's why she's mad and she's upset, and she literally wants everybody to know that she was part of this phenomena. And she's literally trying to take away from Bob, what is it she, well, she can't really take that away, but she's trying to use this whole thing. She's overshadowing the whole what the movie, because people should really be talking about the movie, and we're talking about her. We're talking about this woman who she was a martyr, Bob. Despite whatever relationship she has with Bob, she was just one of his ladies. You know what I mean? And I don't want to disrespect her, because I don't want to disrespect Damian Marley, because I respect him. He's a really a nice guy. So I don't want to disrespect her, because I don't want to disrespect Damian Marley. But I also don't think Kimani or Rowan or Julian or any of them should be disrespected either, as if Damian Marley is more special than them. Because I don't think, of course, they're not. He's not more special than them. Um, those guys, mom, they had their time with Bob, and it's over, and they moved on. They moved on with their life. But she, because she's such a fan, and she wants the world to know, I was there, I was there. And you know what? There's something that I'm going to respond to that I see online. She told the Gleaner in 2001. She told the Gleaner that she, before Bob died, after she had, basically Bob wasn't there when Damien was being born. He was not there because he was busy. This is what she told the Gleaner. She told this to Gleaner. I wrote an article on Jamaica Live about it, and this she I'm going to pull up the article and say if I can read the article and what she told the Jamaica Gleaner um about her and Bob's relationship. Let me see. I'm going to pull this up, and I'm just going to read what she told the Jamaica Gleaner. While this is coming up, from what she says, she and Bob's relationship had came to an end. It did. It did. She and Bob relationship. I don't think she just need to understand that. She needs she knows that. She know that she and Bob relationship had came to an end. So I'm going to read what she said. This is an article that the Gleaner published in 2001. And she said, quote, this is a quote from the Gleaner of what she said. I sort of wanted to restructure my life a little bit. So we were dealing with all of that. But I mean, by then, Bob was now a superstar. He really was. He didn't really have time to devote to that side of his life very much. So she's trying to be very delicate with what she's saying here, but she said she wanted to restructure her life. I don't know what that means. Most likely she wanted Bob to divorce Rita and marry her, restructure her life, but she and Bob was dealing with that. But by then, Bob was a major star. She said he really was, and he really didn't have time to devote his life to her. He didn't. So yeah, basically their relationship had came to an end. It had fizzled out like Bob and all the other women. And she went on to say, so when he fell ill, I just set that aside. I set that aside. Rita set her grievances aside, and we all rallied around him. It was all about him at this point, caring for somebody who was going through a terrible thing. None of us want to lose him, whether or not we were romantically involved with him. That's a quote from her, right? So basically, Bob and her were finished. before Bob died. Bob had been going through his phases with all these other women. So, with her words, she said, whether or not we were romantically involved with him, that's her words. So, Bob and her was done. And I'm saying this to the camera because I see somebody was like, "Oh, she was Bob's woman until he died," and blah 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 blah. No, 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 no. She said it. She maybe wanted him to marry, divorce Rita, married to her. Bob wasn't having none of that. Bob's still a married to Rita. I'm speaking in patois now. And he's like, he's not dealing with that. I'm busy. I'm on the road. Yeah. And she also said, I think she told this to she was talking to let me try to find another. Oh, Yendi. She was talking to Yendi Phillips in 2021. There's another interview where she spoke to Yendi Phillips in 2021. And this is what she said. She said, we know we're the right place. We know we were in the right place and Damien's supposed to be here. We know we were in the right place and Damien's supposed to be here. I also understand very clearly, to deny him in any way, to deny him the relationship I had with his father would be wrong. He was special. He was wanted. It was deliberate, she said. But basically, what she's saying that what she's telling Yendi that the Shemba was going through stuff. They were going through stuff. So she don't want Damien to feel like he wasn't wanted. He wasn't wanted. So these are literally quote from her. And again, it's so sad because I'm sure Damien doesn't want to deal with this. He's the son of Bob Marley. Bob Marley's dead. He's doing his music. She's his mom. But his mom is letting everybody talk about him. So, and a lot of people are very upset about her. People call her a side chick. Somebody said side chick is going to be 92 and still side chicken. People just really talking bad about her, but she really doesn't care because that's she's looking for the attention. And it's really, really sad because we should be talking about the movie and we're talking about her. And she ain't going out anywhere because she just like, okay, them over there, so need to go deal with them over there, so. And me, I got always tell everybody, say, me did a F with Bob, X, Y, Z, and everywhere else. And that's it. It is what it is, but it's a very sad situation. So that is that. I don't know if you guys have any comment about that, about this whole saga. And I mean, Ziggy, they are not letting up. Ziggy and his family, they are not letting up. They continue to talk about they continue to speak and post every day about their mom and the love life with their mom and their dad. And they are not going to let her basically let anybody believe it was different. They decided that their dad loves their mom, and the love was special. And despite what this woman is saying, we yeah. Sorry, I'm having a overlap of, oh yeah. So they are not going to let her change the narrative, basically. They're not going to let her change the narrative. Anyway, I want to stop talking about that, and I want to talk about the election in Jamaica. So I want to talk about the election in Jamaica. So the election is coming up, and I have to say, the whole of this election, I was literally against Andrew Holness. The whole of this election, I was against Andrew Holness. I literally beat the whole time. I beat Andrew the whole time. I beat him the whole time. I literally made a video stating that I wanted him out. I did. I did. So let me repeat that. I made a video saying I wanted Andrew Holness out of government. I did. For the past few years, I was beating Andrew Holness really, really bad. Like every post was against him. I was beating Andrew Holness bad. I mean, I really wanted him out. But I have a change of mind. I do have a change of mind with Andrew Holness. I do. I do have a change of mind with Andrew Holness. I mean, so here's the thing. I wanted a third party. I did. And I was supporting this third party, but they end up become useless, so I didn't bother with them. I mean, I've donated to them, I was supporting them, but they became useless, so I didn't bother with them. And again, I'm going to say this. I was, you know, yeah, I beat her. I mean, I'm really trying to talk about this because I'm going to talk about my change of mind with Andrew Holness. I decided that I want Andrew Holness to stay in the last minute. I do. And I'm going to explain why I change. I mean, so first, before I explain, I'm going to say I don't really like Andrew Holness. I don't like a lot of his policies. The whole COVID thing was terrible. The way he dealt with COVID, that was bad. Um, Andrew Holness is a neoliberal, and I do not like neoliberal. I'm a radical liberal, because from my perspective, neoliberals, neoliberals are leaders that continue with the status quo. They are part of the the order of things. Nothing's changed. And in regards to Jamaica, we need things to change in Jamaica. We of course we need to. I think we should get our total. We need to become a republic. We need to um, remove ourselves from the British Empire, and leaders like Andrew Holness carry on the imperialism of the British Empire. So I don't really like him for that. There's things about him that I don't like. There's a lot of corruption in the Andrew Holness government. So there's loads of things about Andrew Holness that I do not like. And I'm repeating myself, for the past few years, I beat Andrew Holness so freaking bad. But now, the last minute, out of the two options, I am going to say I think Andrew Holness should stay in government. And here's why I think Andrew Holness should stay in government. I spoke to somebody, right? And we were talking about the differences between the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party, and what the People's National Party has achieved in their time in office. So right now I'm looking chronologically at the leaders of Jamaica. And I'm going to say from 90, I'm going to explain to people why I'm changing my mind about Andrew Holness. From 1989 to 1992, Jamaica had Michael Manley as a leader, right? And then after Michael Manley, from 1992 to 2006, Jamaica has PJ Patterson. And then after 2006, Jamaica had Portia Simpson, 2006 to 2007. That is a total of 15. I think I looked it up, and if someone can correct me if I'm wrong. 15 years in power straight. The People's National Party had been in office 15 years straight in office. And Jamaica had been in disrepair. I'm not, here's the thing. Michael Manley, I am not going to beat Michael Manley because when I didn't understand when Michael Manley was in power. I didn't understand. I didn't understand nothing about that. But since I've grown up, I understood that Michael Manley wanted good for Jamaica. He did. Michael Manley wanted good for Jamaica. He wanted to build Jamaica. Michael Manley was a very, very good leader for Jamaica. He cared about Jamaica, but he was up against the United States. The United States of America, he was up against them, and he couldn't have done much in regards to, he did what he could have done, but he couldn't have done much in regards to his leadership because he was up against Edward Seaga and the United States. So I'm going to not say much about Michael Manley, but all of the other leaders, Portia Simpson and PJ Patterson and Portia Simpson, they have not done much. They have not done much for Jamaica. They have not done much. I mean, when I look, I see now Andrew Holness is building. I mean, Jamaica has developed and evolved a lot since 2016. Jamaica has developed, there's a lot of corruption on both sides. But I'm trying to choose the best option. Jamaica has developed a lot since Andrew Holness government. And one thing that annoyed me, the Miami Bay construction that everybody's talking about and intend to happen. When I initially heard about, I was beating Holness because I thought, yes, Andrew Holness sell out Miami Bay. I was thinking, yes, Andrew Holness sell out Miami Bay. He's the one who did it. But then I found out Miami Bay was sold out by the National Party, not Andrew Holness. The People's National Party are the ones who gave Miami Bay to Czech. Czech is the China Harbor Engineering Company, Czech. The People's National Party done it. They gave it to Czech because apparently a Czech build, bridges and stuff. So, I mean, they were starting to build. I'm going to give the People's National Party their true deserve. They were starting to build, but they gave a prime piece of location to this development company. And now this development company wants to build. So I'm here knocking Andrew Holness cussing Andrew Holness. I mean, I'm not saying Andrew Holness hasn't sold out anything, because both of them has been selling out Jamaica. Both parties have been selling out Jamaica. And I'm not saying Andrew Holness is not selling anything, but it wasn't Andrew Holness that sold out Miami Bay. It's the People's National Party. And when I look at Mark Golding, I did made a video. I said um, Mark Golding is a weak leader, but I want Andrew Holness to go. I said that. Mark Golding is a weak leader, and I want Andrew Holness to go. But I changed my mind, because, first of all, Mark Golding doesn't have a crime plan. I don't even know what Mark Golding stands for. I don't know what he stands for. He doesn't have a crime plan. He doesn't have anything presenting to the Jamaican public to say, this is what we stand for. I don't know what the People's National Party stands for. I do not know what they represent. All I see from People's National Party is just a bunch of rate, chaka chaka, nothing. I don't see what it stands for. I don't see what they stands for. I mean, they're just the opposition. You're just the opposition, and vote for me because I'm the opposition. And something that I don't like about Mark Golding, he come across to me as not genuine. Um, when he's tried to speak patois and it doesn't sound right, and he's speaking patois because he want to appeal to the lower economic strata of Jamaica. I mean, speak up to the people. Don't speak down to them. That is very disrespectful. So he trying to, from my opinion, present himself that for something that he's not, and he doesn't have any policy. He doesn't have anything but vote for me. I am the opposition. I mean, we don't even know what the People's National Party stands for today. We don't know. In Michael Manley time, the People's National Party was a socialist party. The Jamaican Labour Party was the capitalist party. We know the Jamaican Labour Party is a capitalist party. We do not know what the People's National Party stands for. I don't know. I can't see it. And I was seeing, with the election, and um, people don't even know in this local government election. People don't even know. A man had his shirt on, and somebody asked him, the reporter asked him, "Who are you going to vote for?" He had the shirt on, and he didn't even know the name of the person. He didn't even know the name of the person on his shirt. So you have all these people who doesn't even know what's going on. They're just voting in party lines, and they don't understand anything. And I think that's the problem we're having in Jamaica at the moment. We have people who just voting for vote's sake. And but I don't I think, again, I think we should give Andrew Holness another chance. And I'm sure if Andrew Holness see this, because Jamaica like beat Andrew Holness for the whole time. But I don't think Mark Golding has proved himself that he is going to be any different. I don't know what he stands for. I don't know what he represents. He doesn't have a crime plan. And there's something about Mark Golding that really scares me to death. I do not want to go back to the 1980s Jamaica. I don't want to go back to the Jamaica that brought Jamaica to what it is today. And I'm afraid for some reason Mark Golding is going to bring us back to that. I am putting this on record because I speak to people in Jamaica, or because I'm not in Jamaica at the moment. I speak to people in Jamaica who said to me, they've, even Denham Town, people in Denham Town, I say, when I vote for labor, right? Because them now don't nothing for it. And rightfully so. Then I'm telling people them now have no water. Enough of them now have no water down there, no water in them yard. I'm speaking patois. Them now have no water in them yard. Them have some of the streets need more light bulb. The place West Kingston is in disarray, gang violence, and all of those things. So it's understandable why they don't want to vote for Jamaica Labour Party. But also, the People's National Party ain't doing anything. I see, from what I understand, I'm going to say allegedly, because even though I see photograph of it that people give to me, Mark Gordon is visiting, and this is what scares me about him. He visited Jungle quite a bit, and from what I understand, allegedly, he visited Jungle, and I mean, I seen he was looking at some portrait up there, or whatever. It's his constituency, but he's not doing anything for there either. And I have to say the difference with Andrew Honest, he's not he's not aligning himself, from what I see, with um any area leader or anybody in any garrison. And I'm not saying Mark Golan is literally doing that. I'm not saying Mark Golan is doing that, but I think just his whole vibe around that, I don't like, because I think the gangs need to be demolished. That's from my perspective. I don't want no politician where cozy up with gangs. I want politician who's gonna demolish all the gangs, get rid of all the gangs. And I'm mad with Andrew Holness too, because I mean, Jamaica's a small island. They can get rid of all of those gangs if they want to. Jamaica's a small island. Everybody know where the gangs are. So Andrew Holness can get rid of the gangs if he wanted, if he wants to. He can. They both of them, both Andrew Honest and Mark Golden, if they want to get rid of gangs, they can get rid of gangs. Andrew Honest, they can get rid of gangs. But I think I see more happening. I mean, even police are being locked up and going to jail, which I've never actually seen that ever in Jamaica. And but so despite the corruption, I'm going to say Andrew Olney should get another chance for him to continue what he's doing, because changing, I don't think is going to be good for Jamaica at the moment. I don't think so, and that's kind of my prediction. That's how I feel right now. And again, I'm saying this because Mark Golden has not Mark Golden, the opposition leader, People's National Party, he's not presented himself as a strong leader. He's not presented any policies to say this is what I'm going to do differently from the current government. He doesn't have a crime plan. He's literally just walking around, say, vote for me because I'm the opposition. That's it. That's it. And then he has these people who are in front of him, that I mean, even this thing with the rope around the neck, this slave thing, and I'm like, what the hell is that how you win an election, by having slave thing around people's neck and all of that? He has to come more, for me to see him as a viable option for this election coming up. He has to present himself, and to say, from my perspective, to the Jamaican people what he's going to do differently from Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And he come across to me this week. I mean, I nickname him Teddy Bear. I do. I really do, because he just come across weak and nothing really. Nothing. That's how he comes across to me. And we can't have a leader like that in Jamaica. We need somebody who's strong and forceful, and someone with the same temperament as Andrew Holness. Because we Jamaicans, we're rough. We don't need nobody in the soft people where I go just they about the place and just they just they so we don't need that. We need somebody who's gonna we need a strong leader. And Mark Golan, from my perspective, is not that strong leader. So I think we should give Andrew Holness another chance for him to continue build. I know there's some things that he's going to do that I hate, like maybe the COVID vaccine. Maybe he's going to want to push that, and the digital currency, which I despise the digital currency. I don't think Jamaica should deal with that. There's things that I hate that Andrew Holness and I might do if he wins again, which I'm petrified of that. If Andrew Holness wins again, he's gonna do these things. But I don't know. I don't know what Mark Golan is going to do because he has not told us what he's going to do. Nobody knows what Mark Golan is going to do. And I think that's my problem with this upcoming election. I mean, I don't know if anybody have anything. If you have any comment, because we have a few minutes left on this live, which we're gonna go off. If anybody thinks Mark Golan should stay, Andrew Holness, what people think, um, yeah, you can let us know. Let me see if anybody's saying anything on live in regards to what people feel about. Yeah, but I think Andrew Holness should get another chance to finish what he's doing, and that's my perspective. I think he should get another chance. Anyway, this is Madison again. Thank you for watching. And today we talk about Cindy Breakspeare, and which sadly I didn't even want to talk about, but everybody's talking about it. And I feel bad for Damian Marley. And the upcoming general election. And I kind of think that Andrew Holness should get another chance. So again, thank you guys for watching, for looking. I appreciate everyone who's looking. And I have to say to people, comment. You can comment and join the conversation. And tell us what you think. This is a new platform actually I'm trying out. So before I go, I'm going to say this is not our normal platform. This is a new platform that I'm trying out. To see how I'm interacting with the platform. Basically, the other platform this platform we can go live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And when I'm looking at Instagram, and it looks good on Instagram, so I'm testing that. And Facebook and YouTube normally looks good. The other platform that we were working with, Instagram wasn't looking that great. So I like the way it looks on Instagram because I'm actually watching myself on my phone, and it looks good. It's almost 60 minutes, and I want to thank everybody for watching. And I normally aim to go on Sundays at 3:30. That's my again, this is a new show that I'm trying to start on Jamaica Live, and bring on guests and bring on people. So if you want to come on Jamaica Live, just shoot us an email, or inbox us, at Jamaica Live News, where you're watching. And you can comment. And I want to say thanks everybody for watching. And have a good night. Thank you very much for watching.